The way that they should have just called the Bob Dylan biopic like Bob Dylan or something, because I keep having to like ask myself like what is the name of this movie. Anyways, went and saw it, and it has my heart doing somersaults for so many reasons. First of all, like a lot of the movie I was just thinking I can't understand a word this motherfucker is saying. I'm like, so how many millions did they pay to Mosham to mumble? I don't know. But like overall, like I got the vibe of it. I got what they were going for. And like this whole, I mean, for about 2/3 of the movie I was sitting there, I was like, Bob Dylan was a fucking asshole. And then I looked at his birth chart, I was like, no, he was just himself. He was just, because this man is a Gemini sun, Taurus moon, Sagittarius rising, Gemini Mercury, Gemini Venus, and I can't remember what his Mars is. I want to say Pisces, but that could be wrong. And so the song that I keep coming back to about, like, I mean, there's so many songs in the movie, but the times they are A-Changin. Okay, so that one, it's like my grade 12 social teacher played that on the first day, and you know, just kind of asked us all to sit with it. But it's just like the things that he says in there are so okay. So if you don't know the story of Bob Dylan, if you haven't seen the movie, basically it's like, you know, he comes on the scene, like he was inspired by folk singers, like that's what kind of like got him into music, right? And it's like he found these mentors and they kind of took him under his wing and stuff. But then it's like you know, as he established a name for himself in folk music, but like as a Gemini, like he obviously, it would be natural for him to want to do more than like sing folk songs, which like arguably he was great at that. He was amazing at that, really. But then so it's like, you know, he transitions in his career, and it's like everyone around him is like trying to ask Bob to be like, they're like, Bob, look, I have this vision of you in my head and you're not living up to it. And Bob's like, well, I'm just living in the moment being myself, so like I don't really know what you want me to do. And that's what it's all about. He has a song, I don't think it was in the movie, but it's I Contain Multitudes, and it's like people around him were causing suffering for themselves because they were expecting Bob to be someone he wasn't, you know what I mean? Like, even so again, he's a Gemini stellium, and with that Gemini Venus, it makes so much sense that he has these two great loves in his life, like Sylvie and Joan. And like Joan was obviously more of like an artistic muse, whereas like Sylvie was like kind of like a mommy type figure, I guess, you know what I mean? And it's like they both had to like come to terms, like I think both of them accepted him for who he was, like in the movie, and that provided like a great amount of peace. But it was more so like the male mentors that he had in his life that like had a harder time. Like Pete didn't want to let Bob go to like do his own thing and like, you know, stir up things. I don't know, if you haven't seen the movie, what I'm saying probably won't make any sense, but it's like we cause suffering for each other when we expect people to be who they're not, or when we hold on to like old versions of people. Like we need to let people evolve, and we need to do that with grace. And it's hard. But like you know, if I expect everyone else in my life to be able to let go of me when I am changing and when I'm evolving, or like not even let go of me, but just to be able to like trust that like I know what I'm doing when I start to change, that doesn't necessarily make me the enemy. It just means that like I am doing what's best for me. And then it's like if you are trying to change and then people are trying to force you back into like who you were before, you know, it's like obviously you don't want to spend time around them, but like if people can just, because unconditional love is what it is. Bob Dylan just wanted unconditional love, and I think he was able to give that to himself. He was able to accept himself, but other people had a hard time accepting him. And so yeah, I think the other song is Rolling Stone. Like, how does it feel to walk alone? Like, I don't even know the lyrics, but yeah, I forget the name of the movie again. A Complete Unknown or something like that, dude. I don't know, but go check it out.